wanted to take some time today to really reflect and just talk about what's been on my heart recently. Coming to terms with the fact that I'm not broken or flawed has been a long one, to say the least, and it is still ongoing. For a while, I think I was stuck in this victim mindset, feeling stuck in my trauma and my experiences, but I'm coming out of this. I am a survivor, and it is my choice and responsibility for how I choose to try and heal. I can do this. I owe it to myself to try and heal. Now, this is not to say that this is going to be easy. I have been finding myself dipping into the victim mindset time and time again. But the more I pull myself out of it, the easier it'll be, right? A lot of stuff has been surfacing recently, and I find myself breaking down at the slightest and seemingly small triggers. I've spent the morning in bed today, and it's going to take a lot of effort to get myself out of it. But I can do it, and if I can't today, then I'll try again tomorrow. I find I end up beating myself up if I don't spend the day getting things done. It's been a really big struggle since I've been off work. I feel like I don't deserve to take a break or to rest because I haven't spent my day busting my ass for everyone else. It's strange, but it's so hard for me to not do something all of the time. I guess that's why I've been one to overwork myself or stay too busy. It's easier that way. Then I don't feel as guilty when I spend the rest of the night on the couch. I wrote this post originally September 6, 2019. It is now June 9th, 2020, and I feel entirely different. I wanted to try and look back to where I had started. I have been finding myself a bit less motivated, and I feel like I wasn't doing as much as I could. In reality, I've come so far. Just under a year ago, I was a mess. I had to leave my job. I was near hysterical a lot of the time. My reactions were totally irrational, and I isolated myself from pretty much everyone I knew, including my friends and family. I was crying constantly, or on the verge of tears, and couldn't really take care of myself. I had lost quite a bit of weight. I really stopped feeding myself. My physical health was in the garbage, and so was my mental health. It has taken a lot of time to come to terms with where I am, both physically and mentally, but also just to be gentle on myself. I'm trying to let myself take a few hours, or even a day off if I need to, or when I'm not doing well. I've been working really hard at trying to remain present. Time and time again, I find myself preoccupied with events that haven't yet happened, or I end up overanalyzing one situation for far too much time. This has impacted my well-being, my relationships, and just my general enjoyment of life. But something's changing. I can feel it in myself. I felt a tinge of joy that I can't recall feeling in years, maybe even a decade. Over the past 7 weeks, I've been going through prolonged exposure therapy and addressing my PTSD. It's been terrifying, upsetting, and downright hard to go through, but I'm really determined to move forward and heal. I'm really trying to practice gratitude while also living more intentionally. Of course, easier said than done when you're playing a war against your brain. Some days are easier than others. I find I can make good decisions for myself and my well-being, and other days take a little bit more effort. It may not be my fault what has happened to me, but it is my responsibility to heal, so I don't hurt the ones I love and continue this trauma. Admitting your faults is hard, especially when they are embarrassing. I have been struggling recently, as I am starting to recognize some of my behaviors over the past few years that have been really harmful and downright rude. I self-sabotage myself consistently, and I'm working hard to stop that. It is going to be a lot of work, but I'm trying to ground myself in a why and a sense of purpose. I am grateful for today and being able to heal, having a chance to try again. I am in control of my reactions, and I deserve to take up space. I am working at being true to myself. I'm trying to have more honest conversations and allow the walls I have built up around myself to come down. I think vulnerability can be extremely healing and beneficial, and to be able to see this side of people that we normally don't, and we normally shut off to others, can be an incredibly real and intimate experience. If you had met me last year around this time, I was a wreck. That's putting it lightly. I was in a constant state of fight or flight, and generally thought I was unsafe in a majority of situations, regardless of if it made sense or not. That's the thing about PTSD. It's not always rational to the outside eye. For someone who is not traumatized or mentally ill, normal situations like a line at the grocery store don't make you fear for your life, but they have for me. Trying to explain to people why you feel the need to escape these situations can be exhausting and embarrassing. I will be the first to admit I was not pleasant to be around during those times. Unable to calm myself down. Looking back, it's embarrassing, and I'm working on coming to terms with my actions in a lot of these situations. What I have learned is you can feel through these horrible emotions to a point where they don't feel that bad anymore. Sure, I have had shitty things happen to me, but that's just what they are. A few shitty things that I didn't deserve, but it doesn't mean I have a shitty life. Throughout this time of healing, I have tried to keep in mind a few things. Everyone wants to be okay. No one wants to hurt, and we are all seeking the same thing. We are trying to avoid discomfort in whatever way that may end up expressed. We are all different, and anxiety is so subjective. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for listening and for watching. I hope to make a few more videos like this as I continue to go through therapy and heal. Sending all my love out into the world, especially during this crazy messed up time.